NFL on EA Sports, and we are at venerable Soldier Field in Chicago. Coming up, we've got a good matchup on tap between the Baltimore Ravens and the Chicago Bears. Justin Tucker set to boom this one away. And off we go from Soldier Field. Khalil Herbert to return it from his end zone. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Coming right, this is Montgomery on the toss. And that is the kind of tackling they want to see all game, as he'll lose yardage to start things out. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. 2nd down.
Well, that was not what you would call straight line pursuit for a middle linebacker to make this play. He's got to work his way through the clutter to get to the ball carrier on the outside, and he does exactly that. That's called avoiding the trash.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Fields now to throw. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. So now following the sack, Fields and the Bears looking at 3rd down and long. They'll try the middle with Montgomery. And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a 4th down.
As much as I praise teams for being true to who they are, in this situation, I wonder if maybe they outguessed themselves a little bit. 3rd down seemed like an obvious passing situation. They chose to run it and didn't get anywhere close to a 1st down.
Let's go.
Here we go on 4th down. Fields. He rifles one that's intercepted. And the Ravens are going to take possession of the football. That's kind of a double whammy. I mean, the interception on the opening drive, that's one thing. But to give him this field position, that's another.
Absolutely perfect start for this defense. They take the ball away on the opening possession. They know that their offense will get the ball to start the 2nd half. They line them up in field goal position. And to me, they got a chance for a touchdown right here out of the gate.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
From the 17, Jackson. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Andrews. And the Ravens are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, he just did the tip of the ball across the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up.
And he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown. J.K. Dobbins punching it in from a yard away. And the Ravens use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. Justin Tucker for the extra point. And the Ravens lead at 7-0.
Makes the score Ravens 7, Bears nothing.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. From the end zone, here comes Herbert. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And the interception on that opening drive winds up leading to the touchdown, so now it's kind of time to start over.
Yeah, it certainly is, and his first throw of the game. But I like the way his guys rallied around him. Oftentimes, the quarterback is the leader, right? He tells everyone what to do. In this case, I noticed his linemen around him kind of patting him, saying, let's go, big boy. You're still our leader.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete pass. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. That's complete right side to Kmet. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Able to convert on 3rd and 14. A terrific play call. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Now Fields. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. Here's the first carry for Khalil Herbert. And he'll get this across the 40 and up to about the 42-yard line. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
3rd and long. It's Fields. Open man is Kmet, the tight end. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle, but they allow the conversion. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Herbert. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Calais Campbell on the stop. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Back to the ground, this time Montgomery. And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26. They're 2 for 2 on 3rd down conversions on this drive. This one tough. They need 9 yards on 3rd down. Now it's Fields. And that will be incomplete.
Barton, I think he's got to be careful as he continues to try to extend plays because he's already been intercepted in this game. And the coverage, they continue to challenge all of his receivers downfield.
Santos' kick is up and through. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 as they're down to the 29-yard line. And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he'll just get rid of it.
Excellent recognition that none of his receivers were beating coverage and getting open, so he just threw that one away. They'll come back to the huddle, reset, and try something different.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Jackson. Throw left side complete. That's Andrews. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Fourth down, here's Jackson. Looking left side, Andrews with it complete. And he'll get this down inside the 5 to the 4 before he's out of bounds. They opt to go for it, and they get it. 1st and goal after a pickup of 5. They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. Dobbins is not going to get a whole lot, maybe a yard down to the 3. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal.
And a nice job defensively to keep him out of the end zone. He was trying to get his 2nd touchdown already in the 1st half.
They had that one earlier, was bidding for a 2nd. They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. Jackson now. And that'll be taken in by Andrews for a Ravens touchdown. A 3-yard touchdown pass. And they are able to add on to their advantage. Now Tucker to add the PAT. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game.
Makes the score Ravens 14, Bears 3.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Their deficit is 11, 14-3, and needing to get something going here as they come up on 1st and 10. Yeah, this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of 1st downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Fields throw complete here to Kmet. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. Fields to Kmet there for a Chicago first.
Well, normally you see 3 tight ends in a formation. You have to think to yourself, this has got to be a run. And I know as a safety, when I saw that, I took an extra step or 2 towards the line of scrimmage. Instead, they threw the ball, and he found one of those tight ends for a very nice pickup.
Adafe Owe there on the tackle. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Now it's Fields off the bootleg. They'll roll him out right. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the 1st half. These sacks now, they're starting to pile up, Charles, and that front 7 defensively, they've had their way with this offensive line.
And I think at this stage, we have to start thinking about different play calls. We've got to start helping this quarterback out because...
Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted, thrown back across his body. And the Ravens are going to take possession of the football. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. From the 35 on 2nd down, Jackson. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call.
Well, Charles, sometimes we talk about the lengths officials sometimes go to protect star quarterbacks, but that was tough to argue against.
Yeah, and I'm sure that everyone's going to say, hey, we're going to administer the penalty the same way for all quarterbacks. But when it's a star back there, even more so are they going to be diligent about throwing the flag.
Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. To throw again on 2nd down, Jackson. And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
Coaches talk about it all the time. Players talk about it as well. Excellent job staying disciplined in coverage and making that stop. Inside the red zone, every stop like that could be preventing a possible touchdown.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Bears are going to get the football here at their own 23.
And that felt like a little extra pressure on that 3rd down attempt, and their mistake cost them points because they're inside the red zone. So you know you got at least a field goal waiting for you. And in this case, they end up with nothing.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense.
And they'll have time for 1 play. That's it. 3 seconds to go before intermission. Final shot before the break. Fields. And that one off the mark behind him. Incomplete.
Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. The Ravens ready to receive it, and they've got the lead as well as we resume play in the 2nd half.
Duvernay now going to bring it out.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 24. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Dancing to his left. He's got a man complete. It's a big play there for Baltimore. 54 yards.
We see this happen so often. If you're a defender, it's like watching a bad movie over and over. The pressure's good, forcing the quarterback out of the pocket. But it's a lot to ask for these defenders to stay plastered to receivers long enough. And sure enough, they let a man come open. And
now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And this is picked up by the Bears. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, CD, that's one of those plays you put a mark by. I mean, that could be a big momentum swing here on the opening drive of the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, we may have to revisit it, right? Because if that drive ends up in the end zone, they're sitting pretty at that point. Now, instead, it's a 2-score game that has a chance to tighten up considerably.
They'll start on the ground with Montgomery. Room here to run. And he gets this one just shy of the 35 to the 34. That one 28 yards on the ground.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Hasn't had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
Now Montgomery running right. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
So much of the game today, we're looking for hybrid players, guys who can do a combination of jobs. And anyone who plays a strong safety position, now more than ever, is a hybrid type player. Half defensive back that covers passes and half linebacker that makes tackles. We just saw the linebacker make that play.
They'll run it. Here's Montgomery.
And some pretty strong running there as he'll take this across the 50 and down to the 44. Play action. It's Fields. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Chicago. Equanimous St. Brown, 44 yards. And the Bears have cut it back within a score. So a strong drive here to lead off this third quarter and gets them right back in this football game.
And I think we can safely call that a statement drive because they had to be saying, we have put our best foot forward in the first half, but we certainly mean business now. Maybe a better term, a prove-it drive. They proved it to themselves that they were ready to go.
Fields trying to throw for it. It's complete, and he'll get in for the 2 points, and that'll cut the deficit down to just a field goal. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. Duvernay now going to bring it out. And not a good return at all. Down inside the 10, all the way back at the 7. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Their lead down to a field goal now as they start with a 1st and 10. And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, 1st down. Man, I just love being in this stadium. So much history, tradition, so many great teams and games, and we're seeing a pretty good one right now, hotly contested in the third quarter. Now a 1st down throw. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And this is picked up by the Bears.
Hey, I'm all about defense forcing plays and getting takeaways. But an interception and 2 fumbles in their last 3 offensive possessions.
Time to readjust.
Yeah, you can't just give all the credit to the defense on that. They've got to look in the mirror and take the blame themselves and figure out how to not do it anymore.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Following the fumble recovery, Fields. And it's caught. Touchdown. Justin Fields finding Darnell Mooney. And the Bears have scored again in this third quarter. This time to move out in front. Well, this offense only mustered 3 points in the first half on that field goal. They picked up the pace now. 2 third-quarter touchdowns.
Yeah, you remember that appearance we had last week in front of that crowd, and they asked about halftime adjustments and all that was going on. And remember what I said. It's not always an adjustment at halftime. Sometimes just remembering the game plan and playing better, tuning it up.
And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey.
It's interesting that when it comes to 2-point conversions, even heavy run teams tend to throw the ball in these situations. In this case, this one was intercepted.
Yeah, they weren't fooled. They were ready for the pass, picked it off. Duvernay now going to bring it out. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And if we kept having a rough patch, he said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves
thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Dane Cruikshank. And the Bears are going to take possession of the football. Well, what a turnaround. They exited the lockers with a nice lead, and now all of this. What's happened?
So when you start to write your novel, you'll start out with, there's a tale of 2 halves, won't you?
But I'm a bad writer.
I don't know exactly what happened because sometimes teams can go in with a lead and get too comfortable, too relaxed, and a couple of things go wrong, and it's hard to get back that good feeling.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
1 yard gain brings up 2nd and 9.
To throw is Fields. And he's going to be intercepted for the third time thus far. Picked off by Patrick Queen. And the Ravens are going to take over at their own 28-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. Now, meanwhile, a final play here is incomplete, and that's going to take us to the end of the third quarter of play. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with this third down play as we've played 3 quarters. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Now Jackson steps away to his left. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
Here we go. It's Jackson on 4th down. And he's got his tight end. That's Andrews. And he is going to have a Ravens first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. Throwing is Jackson. Being chased out left. And that's going to be caught. It's James Prochet. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Jackson will throw again, buying time to his left. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple. Here's Jackson, rolling to his left. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. Nowhere to go downfield, but he's able to get out of bounds and stop the clock here with a first down. Here's Jackson to throw. Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown. James Prochet, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Ravens have taken a 4th quarter lead. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that will make this a 4-point game. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the 4th quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one. Now a throw right side taken in here to start this drive. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, to watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
And he is out of bounds inside the 35. This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
On first down, Fields. And that throw behind his man. He missed him. Incomplete.
Offense is moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earn a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Here's Fields.
Man open. Here is Jones. Touchdown, Bears.
Velus Jones,
33 yards.
and the Bears answer back with a touchdown of their own to take a fourth-quarter lead.
Now an important extra point here to stretch this lead to a field goal. He's got it, and this is indeed up to a 3-point lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Fields it right around the goal line. And able to get this out to the 25.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
We certainly have a good one on our hands. They're trailing after that last touchdown, but now a chance for this offense to try to snag that lead right back here in the fourth quarter.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
They certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
To throw on 2nd and 10, Jackson.
And that'll be complete to Dobbins.
And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. That's good for a Raven first down, 15 yards there.
We often talk about understanding the playbook, understanding progressions, and understanding what the defense is doing. We saw all of that on that play. Great recognition and understood where his running back was going to be. Found a way to have him leak out underneath, hit him with the football, and they picked up the first down.
It's a gain of 35. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10.
Jackson, draw play to Dobbins.
And he'll be out of bounds. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first.
Probably had 60,000 thinking pass right there, including us in the booth.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That was a big call, big guts on that one. And guess what? That run, it'll pay dividends.
Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And he'll get in. He's over for the touchdown.
The sneak successful from a yard out, and the Ravens have retaken the lead.
Important extra point up and through, and that will make this a 4-point game. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense.
With the football changing hands here as this offense takes the field. Charles, they'd be fine with more of the same on this upcoming drive. Last time out, they found the end zone for 6.
And they're certainly hoping for more of the same, but the game plan, I doubt it'll just be a carbon copy of the last drive, because I think this offense is ready to break out some new wrinkles and try some new things that might be hidden in their playbook. They want to use that confidence to its advantage while also keeping the defense from anticipating what's up next.
Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts. as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Here's Fields. That's complete right side to Kmet. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. It's a gain of 35.
Oftentimes now, offenses aren't nearly as precise as days gone by. They just tell receivers, find an open patch of grass and let the quarterback find you. And that's exactly what they did on that play. First with the pass through the air, nice chunk of yardage there, and then additional pickup with his legs after the catch.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
Whew, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
And here's another tackle made at the line, so they're converging well on the football now. Now the Bears will use their 3rd and final timeout as it comes with 1:04 left to go in the game. The Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on 3rd. Back to throw, Fields. That's complete to Mooney. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. Fields on target to Mooney. 1st down, Chicago.
Well, how about keeping your head about you in this situation? No more timeouts. Finds a way to get out of bounds. Now they can breathe a little bit as they contemplate what to do on the next down.
All eyes on Fields. Out to his left. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
Limited time left on the clock after that incompletion, so I think both sides are going to savor every second to prepare before the next snap. Because once the ball's in motion, it may be a non-stop push to finish this drive off. Everyone better be on the same page right now, because I think they're going to try and get several plays off in quick succession if they can.
Now Fields. And this is caught. Touchdown. And they've taken the lead here in the final minute. So the second half comeback is now complete. They have battled from behind, taken the lead, and CD now, they just need their defense to stand up here and secure the victory.
And remember, they were trailing by double digits, fought their way back into this one. Now we find out the true definition of the team, don't we? Because one side of the ball just did its job. Now it's time for the other one to take over. Don't let them drive downfield and get the deciding score of what time remains.
The Bears send the kicking team out there, and they will send this one away. Take it in at the 3. And he'll be out of bounds across the 25. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. The offense coming back out here. Plenty of energy, ready to roll. Looking to just add to what they have been doing after scoring a touchdown, Charles, their last time out.
And that's a great feeling to have on the sideline, partner, knowing you just won the battle against the opposing defense. And since they came off the field, I'll guarantee you all they want to do is get back out there because they know they have the upper hand on that defense right now.
And he's going to pick up a 1st down here as that clock continues to run. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in the game. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Jackson. That one complete to Crochet. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. 23 yards, the final tally. Now Jackson. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. This is going to be hauled in by the tight end, Andrews. And he's going to have another first down.
That's game, baby! That's game, baby! Respect!
I know you have a lot of questions, so do I, about the decision